Welcome back. In these lessons, I will show you how are we going to create a trunk port. What I mean trunk port? Normally, when you have a switch and your switch, you will link to the other core switch, right? So, I want to show you is, let's say how are we going to link up two switches through a trunk port, right? So, perhaps I use back the same switch, and then we create a switch here. Okay. It's not used. And then we are going to link up these two switches. It depends on the switch, the functions. Some switch you can use straight cable to link, but in these situations, this switch you need to use a twist cable to link up as a trunk cable. Right? So how to do that? Select connection, select the twist cable, plug in here, and then normally we'll use the last port, and then you link to the other switch, and you put back the same last port as well. So that's how you connect through the cable. Okay. So normally when you link up, this is in orange color, right? So it will take some time. It will take some time to be agreed, but don't carry first. So let's see how are we going to create or to configure the trunk port. Oh yes, this one has been turned into green, right? Okay, so how are we going to create the trunk port? Go to the command mode, right? And key in my password that we created earlier. Password 1. My password is my password. Enable, and the password that we create is earlier is secret 1, right? And then you go to show run. I'm going to show you that now interface port 24 is empty. So how are we going to create this one as a trunk port? Right, so same thing. You go to the interface. Right, you go to config terminal, interface, path, pass internet 0/24. Right, you go to the port, right, and then we use switch port mode to configure it. Switch port. Okay, so we just create switch port mode. Type switch port mode. Wrong typing. Switch port mode, and then trunk. Right, so switch port mode trunk, and you wait for a while for the port to be active. Okay, here you are. Now, when you set to trunk, this port as trunk, so normally the trunk means all the port will be allowed to go through this port. So no matter how many port how many VLAN you are created, all the VLAN they will be allowed. The traffic will be allowed to go through this trunking port. Okay, so we have exits, and then we go to show run, and then we see what happened to the port 24. Right, so you see the trunk port has been created. Alright. Okay, so what do you need to do? Right, you need to copy, you need to save it. So you need to copy, run, start to save it. That's all. Okay, now we have created a trunk port here, and we need to do it the same as well for this switch. Right, so go in here. Alright, same thing, we do the same thing. Okay, config terminals, right, interface, fast internet 0/24, and then we go to Swissport mode, right? Swissport mode, and then you don't know what is a command, you just type the question mark, then the next command will be appear. Then you just type trunk, right? That's how you do it. But I just want to show you another command. Is let's say you have so many VLAN, but you want to allow certain VLAN to go through this trunk port. You can do this as well. So what you can type is Swissport again. Swissport, and then you switch trunk. Right. Sport trunk, and then you allow. Right. Allow, and then you type VLAN. Let's say you want VLAN 20 units, so you just type VLAN 20. Right. Let's say you have many VLAN, you can type 10, 20, 30, 40, as well. So it depends on you. Or you want to recess, you just type set allow VLAN or okay. So since we don't want it, we want to allow all, so we don't need to set everything. So we just create exit, and then we show run again. Alright, you see VLAN 24 has been set to as a trunk port. Right. Okay, so next, in order for our testing, we put a 2 PC here. Right, with the 2 PC here. Okay, this PC we set to VLAN. We put a note here, so it's easier to understand. VLAN 10. Right, we put it VLAN 10 finance. And then this IP, I put it 192.168.1.15. Right, and then same thing as here. This I put VLAN 20 HR. IP I set it 192.168.2.15. Right, and we need to put a connection. That's what we learned earlier. I create into port 1. Right, and then this one I create into a port 2. And also don't forget to set the VLAN over here, otherwise you're not able to ping, right? So how to set the VLAN? Still remember? Go to here, config terminals, and then we must create the VLAN. Then names finance. That's how we create the VLAN. Exit, and then we create second VLAN 20 name HR. Right, that's how we create the VLAN. And then the next step is we go to configure the port. Right, we need to assign the port to this VLAN. Right, so I'm going to pause this video for a while, then later I will show you the command. Okay, so still remember there's here is the command. You go to the interface, go to interface, and then you set Swissport mode access, then Swissport access VLAN 20. Right, same as for VLAN 10 as well. Swissport access VLAN 10. That's what I do it earlier. Right, and then after that, exit, and then you go to show run, and you want to check that the configuration is correct. Swissport 10, Swissport 2, yes, and trunk port, yes, okay. Then finally you just copy, run, start. Right, copy to memory. Right, then okay, so we are done, and next we are going to test. Okay, now we back to here, and then still remember this one is 192.168.1.15. We need to configure this as well. Right, 192.168.1.15. And we need to configure the IP for each computer. Right, and same thing as here. Desktop computer, this one is 192.168.2.15. Okay. Okay, so how are we going to ping? You can use these features again that I showed you earlier. Click here for the testing. You click PC0. So you want to ping here all the way to this PC, right? So you just click here, and then the result is successful. So means the data can go through the VLAN port, go through the trunk port all the way, go in the trunk port and ping the PC here. Alright, so let us test another VLAN. This one is VLAN 20, supposed to ping to this one. VLAN PC7, right? So it's successful. So now you have learned today how to configure the trunk port for these two switches. Thank you and see you again.